I know a lot of you have trouble thinking about how to get started on a story, and this video is going to help you get started on a story using the people in your life. In order to do this activity, all you need is a blank sheet of paper. We're going to be making 7 circles on that paper, but don't start just yet. I want to show you what it's going to look like. At the end, it will look something like this. And we're going to start with the smallest inner circle first. So draw the names first and then encircle it. So in that first circle, I want you to start with the living things that you love that live in your house. So write those names down and then put the circle around them. The second circle is the circle just outside of that. The second circle is for the people you see almost every day and you love to see them. In this case, it could be like your teacher or your babysitter or the best friend who sits next to you in a class because you see them almost every day, right? But not on the weekend sometimes. Maybe it could be your auntie or your grandma or, whoever you see almost every day. And they don't necessarily even have to be people. It could be your neighbor's dog. It just has to be a living thing that you love to see. Here in this picture, you can see who my daughter would probably put in her second circle. Her dad is the one wearing the baseball hat. Her grandma's the one holding the baseball card. I know my daughter could write a lot of stories about her cousin Jaden here. She could probably write about the last time her grandma picked her up from school. She could probably tell you a story about that gumball machine there in the background. You see that? When you start thinking about the people in your second circle, you start thinking about lots of stories from them. Now your third circle is just a little bit further out from that one. The third circle is the people that you see about once a week and you love to see them. This could be like your church friends or people you see on the weekend, like your soccer friends or your football friends or your Awana friends. I don't know. Sometimes it's older siblings in this category, or maybe it's like your half siblings. These are people who are not in your first and second circles. You see them a bit less often. You see them, about once a week. In my picture here, I have some of the people at my work who I always give a big wave to in the hallways and we chat together every chance we can. I could tell you a really funny story about Miss Burton if I was going to write that story. So you kind of got the pattern down now, don't you? I'll let you finish the 4th and the 5th and the 6th and the 7th circles all on your own. And, maybe you don't have a name to put inside every single circle. That's okay. The 4th circle is for the people that you see about once a month. The 5th circle is the people you see about once a year. Well, when I think about my 5th circle, those are the people who come over my house at Christmas time and birthdays, but that's about it. The 6th circle is for the people you see every once in a great while, like just at weddings or just at funerals. Now, in my family, funerals are a big deal. Whenever there's a funeral, people will fly from all over the country, from all over the world. So if you go to a funeral in my family, you're going to see some people that you haven't seen in decades. Some people are like that with weddings. Every time somebody gets married, it's a huge, big deal and everybody comes. And that's kind of the point, isn't it? We're doing 7 circles so you can start remembering the things that happened to you as a starting point for a really good narrative. So let's do the last circle. The 7th circle is for the people that you only saw once or twice, but you still love to see them. Now I gotta say, there's some people that I've never seen in my family. I've never actually met them in person, but I still love them. My mother's mother, for example, I never actually met her, but I hear all the stories that the people say about her, and I just think that her and I would have gotten along just fine. Do you have someone like that? Could you write a story that someone else told you? And the last category I want you to think about is the people that are paid to be in your life, or it's their job to be in their life. Think about a professional in your life. Some professional people are paid, like therapists or doctors or, volunteers. If you've already listed someone who's paid to be in your life and it's their job to be in your life, just go back and put a star next to them or something. And if you didn't yet add someone who's paid to be in your life, add some to the different circles. And that would kind of be like your coaches, or if you have a therapist, or like maybe a math tutor. That would be your doctor, your principal, a teacher. If you go to church or you're very religious, you have a temple you go to, that would be your rabbi, a pastor, or your priest. Maids, housekeepers, nannies, babysitters. If you have a relationship with any of these people, or a funny story about any one of them, well then put them down. Each of these names is a story. I like to start with the seventh circle when I'm writing. I can tell about the first time I saw them or the last time I saw them. That's me. You? You can start anywhere. Start at the fourth circle and tell a story about that person. When you can't think of what to write about, turn to this page in your journal and start thinking. Remember, this is a starting point for a good story. You don't have to tell the real story. You can start with a real story or a real person and add different details or things that never happened. As one of my favorite storytellers says, don't let the truth get in the way of a good story. And that's it. Now just remember, you don't always have to write the truth. Some people like to write things exactly as they are. And other people like to write things the way they wish they were. I hope this video helped you get started. So stop watching the video and go start writing, huh?